Hi, this is Jim Moyna, and this is Moyna Bass Fishes. So today was the first day competition on the MLF Tacklewarehouse Pro Circuit tournament on Lake Champlain, the year 2022. It was a major catch fest today. I weighed 18 pounds 3 ounces, which is 32nd place. It's the weights are really good. I think 9 anglers weighed over 20 pounds or 20 or more. So just a lot of good fishing out here. Um, so my goal going to this tournament is to obviously to try to win. That's obviously it. But then also do well enough to make the championship, which I figure I got to finish 90th place or better to lock that in. So today's weight, today's place is a strong step in that direction. Tomorrow, if I'm going to get 90th place, I probably got to have 13 and a half pounds. So that shouldn't be too hard to do, but that ain't what I want because 90th place doesn't pay nothing. So what I want is one of those 20-pound bags tomorrow, obviously. And it's possible that I can do that. In practice, the area where I'm fishing, I caught just a huge fish, so it's capable of coughing up some big fish. I felt like I didn't even hit all the places where there are fish where I'm fishing. There's one sweet spot that I didn't even touch because I had a decent limit, and I kind of backed down. And the last, I don't know, hour and a half, 2 hours, I was kind of running around just trying new stuff. And I did call up one time doing that. It wasn't a big call, but it was probably like a 3 or 4 ounce call. But so, anyways, I feel confident going in tomorrow. I feel like I got a good shot at getting another 18 pounds. But maybe not. Maybe get less. Maybe get more. We'll find out. So that's the fishing report. And the other thing is, I just got to calm down. Okay? I got to, and I am calm. I did calm down. I was pretty high strung most of the day fishing. The smallest things were irritating me, and I just got to calm down, relax. And when I got back to my, and then this is what really kind of made me realize, hey, you just got to just settle down. Because when I got back to my campsite, there was somebody had parked their camper in my campsite. So now I had no place to park my truck or my boat at my campsite. I still had my camper on my campsite, but somebody had set up, so I had nowhere to park. So they weren't there. Luckily for them, they weren't there, because I would have made an ass out of myself, I'm sure. And I just got to calm down. But as it turns out, I was using 2 campsites. But it wasn't my fault that I was using 2 campsites, because the assistant manager that checked me in here, he told me, and I made him repeat it because it seemed like it was too much room. He told me, you got from this line of trees all the way over to this line of trees. So, and I'm like, are you sure? Because I don't want to have to reset all this up. And he was like, sure, it is. And, well, as it turns out, it wasn't. Because, indeed, I was using 2. I had my camper on one campsite, and I had my boat and truck parked on a different campsite. So those people that parked there had every right to park there. It was no fault of their own. So it was just a big mix-up. But I was just... oh my gosh. And then not only that, so I'm like, okay, I got to get my boat charging, right? So there was an empty pad right across the road from me, so I parked my boat there, and then while I'm fussing around with some other things, actually So I parked my boat there, plugged it in, and then I made the long walk to try to find the assistant manager, which I did, and then we got it all taken care of. And then when I got back, there was a guy setting up, and he asked me, "Is this your boat?" I'm like, "Yeah." "Well, I unplugged you from this outlet." I'm like, "Okay, great." Even even the manager said it was. The manager told me that pad was not going to be used because the plumbing wasn't working. So that was a couple days before that he told me that. So I just felt like I couldn't win. But I was just, oh man, that guy wanted to go off on too, but it was no fault of his own. I mean, my boat and truck was now on his spot that he had reserved. So I don't know. After a long day of fishing, sleep deprived, and just tired, ornery, and cranky, and it shouldn't be that way. Let's just relax, calm down, relax, and enjoy what's going on here. Enjoy the process of this. So, and that's what I've done. I have calmed down, and to solve the problem, and it was a pain. It was a pain in the ass because it's kind of a tight campsite I'm on. But to solve the problem, see, I had my camper dead square in the center of this campsite. So I had to load it up on the truck, move it over to the far edge, then unload it, reset it up, and then that gave me enough room to park my truck and boat alongside it. So now everything's squared away now. Just a lot of extra hassle, a lot of extra work. But had I just done it right away, instead of having to go track down the assistant manager and this and that, I probably would have saved myself an hour if I would have just said, "Hey, this is the way it is." And by the way, I did talk to the neighbors that did park there, and they're cool young couple, and so they're. I'm so glad they weren't here when I showed up, because I don't just, I'm not the type of person that just lays into strangers, but I just was not going to have it, and I would have been in the wrong, and I would have been the ass, rightfully so, the ass. But anyways, calm down, Jim. There's a lot worse going on in the world, that's for darn sure. So anyways, that's a report from Lake Champlain, day 1. Day 2's tomorrow. Let's get it done. Over.